Breaking news that's coming in right now. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson meets S. Jaishankar. S. Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister, tweets after the meeting with the UK Prime Minister. He says discussed India-UK Roadmap 2030. So that's a picture from that meeting that External Affairs Minister had with UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, where he called on him in New Delhi. My colleague Kamaljeet Sandhu is joining me live from Delhi. Kamaljeet, that is of course the meeting that has taken place between the External Affairs Minister and UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson. He says that they discussed the India-UK Roadmap 2030, but of course the big meeting awaited now between Prime Minister Modi and UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, and what can be expected from it?
Well, in some time from now, we can expect Boris Johnson to reach Hyderabad House. That is where the real nitty-gritty will really happen. Now, £1 billion pounds worth of commercial deals, but we also know as far as collaborations are concerned, whether it's economic, security and defense will be crucial, especially in the 5 domains, which is air, land, sea, cyber and as far as space is concerned. Remember, there's going to be a hydrogen hub which is going to be created. There are also talk about fighter jets, collaboration as far as giving of technology is concerned. So yes, when it boils down to business, this is a lot more meat on the table now, if I can say so, as far as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is concerned and Boris Johnson is concerned. They'll obviously thrash out deals which will be beneficial to both the countries, also generating employment for both the countries. There is also talk about how there will be a clean source of energy, £75 million worth of technology deal. Both has been something which is dedicated.
I'll have to interrupt you for for a second, because we're getting those live pictures right now coming in from Hyderabad House. Prime Minister Narendra Modi there greeting UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who's just arrived at the Hyderabad House. That bilateral meeting between the two leaders is expected to begin very shortly. We're expecting press statements and the signing of MOUs as well a little later today. But that is going to be the highlight of Boris Johnson's two-day visit, maiden visit to India. Earlier, of course, those are pictures from earlier where he did in fact lay a wreath in tribute to Mahatma Gandhi. He was at the Samadhi and he was earlier accorded a ceremonial welcome at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Those are pictures from Hyderabad House. Kamaljeet, please continue.
Well, there has been a huge connect, especially he's been overwhelmed with his tour to Gujarat, saying he's highly honored. But yes, he also went to Sabarmati Ashram. You were there on spot to cover that. Then today he did lay a wreath at the Gandhi Samadhi. So that connection very much there. But as I told you, from 11:30 onwards, it gets down to business or work. Both India and UK as partners, especially in different platforms, whether it's economics, social, security, as well as defense. These are various sectors which both are going to concentrate on. There is also the free trade agreement where there are 22 pointers. Each of them have to be thrashed out. No word on that yet. There are other issues, for instance, extradition of important persons, especially Vijay Mallya. Then we're also looking at the Khalistani element. We do not know whether this is going to be brought up. We spoke to the MEA yesterday. On record, they said this is something they'll have to wait and watch whether this is brought to the fore. But it's something which India has consistently brought up before notice of UK. But meanwhile, in a world which is looking post-COVID, we're looking at not only having collaborating deals with equal partners, but also growing not just franchise, but also business. This is going to be a win-win deal when we're talking about £1 billion worth of commercial deals. We're talking about security deals, which includes fighter jets, which includes bringing in technology. Especially UK is very keen to collaborate on Make in India technology, where they can actually help India perform much better. So all these are nitty-gritties, and this will obviously, we've been told Boris Johnson has also met Gautam Adani. He's also brought in a delegation. A final word on that is awaited. But yes, as far as the economies are concerned, this is going to be a key area of interest because remember, India is the second most investor or the second highest investor as far as UK is concerned. We have highest number of students who are studying in UK. There is a liberal visa regime which has been adopted in particular for that. So this is not just going to be a one-sided deal. There is going to be a back and forth as far as this is concerned. India and equal of the partner, and yes, keeping in mind the global situation, Ukraine has been in discussion. Also keeping in mind that as far as this entire thing is concerned, they have said they respect India's neutral stance as far as Moscow is concerned. They understand how India has taken that particular stance. But again, talking about the global security scenario, also taking a keen interest in the Asia-Pacific region where China is a big player.
Absolutely, absolutely. So those are visuals, of course, coming in from Hyderabad House, where that meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has